Hi everybody, this is Caitlín, and this is Sendai, or it's more commonly known as Kitty. And today is a very special day for him, because it's his adoption day. Let me tell you the story. On November 4th, 2012, we adopted him and brought him into our lives. We went to visit PetSmart just to look around, and while I went straight for the kittens, this fat black, gray, and white cat caught Dad and Patrick's eyes. And when I say fat, I mean fat. When we first saw him, he was about 20 to 25 pounds. He looked very different from all the other cats, who were mostly just solid 1 or 2 colors. He had distinct blue eyes, and
he was a mix of Siamese and what I suspect is ragdoll. He was really large and very fluffy.
It was pretty much a love at first sight situation for them. After looking at him for a while, we went home that night and decided that we would adopt him. When we came back the next day, they told us about his history and what they knew about him. His previous people that he had lived with had abused him and abandoned him twice, which is how he ended up at the PetSmart. That reinstated for us that we were meant to find him. After we first adopted him, he was pretty shy and anxious, which is understandable given his past. He would have fears about certain things like brooms and trash bags, which I'm assuming is because of people he used to live with, which I honestly don't think he deserved to be called his owners or his family. He started to trust us more, and we got to know each other. He stopped being as anxious, though he always has been pretty shy and timid.
He was fiercely loyal, and he's also very playful and funny to watch. He'd get himself in the silliest situations, like running into walls or getting stuck under couches.
We lived in a few houses with him, starting in North Carolina, then South Carolina, and then we moved to Indiana. That's when we started the business. Since we moved to this house, which is my parents' retirement home, he seems to know that's also his forever home. As soon as we moved here, it was like a light switch for him, and he knew immediately that this was where he belonged forever. He helps us out in a number of ways with the business and at home. He always checks our inventory for us, just to make sure we get exactly the right items in the right amount. We don't know if he's trying to polish pens, or simply telling us that we need to work harder. But he does this. He tests out our organizational skills and makes sure we know how to relay objects that he knocks off the bench. He guides us around just to make sure that we don't get lost in this huge place. He carries on conversations with us. He makes sure that I do the approval photos and videos just right. He helps us out with packaging. He does this at this house, and he even did at the old house. He makes sure that I get all of the inventory organized. He even helps us decorate the house for holidays. He's a really great cat, and I know everybody says that about their cats, but for him it's especially true. Our lives definitely would not be the same without him. We love watching him and having him around. He was about 3 when we adopted him, which makes him around 13 or 14 years old now. He's definitely getting up there in age and spends most of the time sleeping and moving from one spot to the next. But he still likes hanging out with us on our beds or following us around wherever we're working. It's great to have him in our lives, and we wouldn't have it any other way. I do hope that he doesn't remember any of the first few years of his life, but I do think that he recognizes that we're the first home he ever felt truly safe and loved in. So happy Adoption Day, Kitty. Our lives won't be the same without you.